Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Arsenal Save, and we have a massive episode for you today. Both legs of the Champions League semi-final against Juventus. We do have a little bit of housekeeping. We did play one game offline, and it was a game against Bournemouth. Get the right menu. A game against Bournemouth after the North London derby win 3-0. We beat them 4-2. We'll go into it. As you can see, very highly rotated side on the right hand side there. So Horn, De Chilio, Saul, Tierney, Ramsey, Xhaka, Berardi, Timo Werner up top, getting a 9.2 rating. 4-2 winners. Timo Werner with a brace, Domenico Berardi with another goal, and Rene Adelaide popping up with a goal as well off the bench on the 76th minute. He got an 8.0 for that as well. We already won the league, so I'm not going to show you the league table, but we're going to go straight into the first game against Juventus at home, semi-final of the Champions League. Huge game for us. Who are they missing? They're not missing any of their big players. They're all there. We did have an injury to Leon Goretzka in between the two episodes, and he'll be out now for 3 months, so his season is pretty much over. We won't be seeing Leon Goretzka again this year, but should be fresh and ready and raring to go from next season for us. So this is the starting lineup for the first leg against Juventus. Petr Cech in goal, Kolesniak, Romagnoli, Laporte and Bellerin are the back line. They've got Xhaka and Storaro in the middle of midfield, Lamar on the left, Nelson on the right, Gabriel Jesus in behind, Alexander Lacazette on the bench, Nicolas Saul, De Chilio, Ramsey, Wilshere, Welbeck, Berardi and Son Heung-min. The Juventus side lines up as you can see on the screen. Szczesny returns to the Emirates. San Alexandro, Chiellini, Rugani and Cuadrado make the back four. Sami Khedira and Pjanic in the middle. Dybala on the left. Vasquez and Douglas Costa make up the attacking three behind Gonzalo Higuain. On the bench, Bernardeschi is a very dangerous player, but other than that, not many attacking players to bring on if something isn't going their way. But they do have Paulo Dybala, one of the best players on the game this year. Passionately say, expect you to keep our run of form going. We are in great form over the last 2 seasons. As I said in the previous episode, other than real life Arsenal in the first 10 years of Wenger's reign, I haven't seen Arsenal play like we have for a very, very long time. They kick us off. They're in their change strip of yellow, black and blue, and we're in our famous red and white. 5 minutes gone, and it's the highlight for Arsenal. Lamar now on this left-hand side, into Gabriel Jesus. Can he find Lacazette? No, he doesn't. He goes for a shot. He's looking for that goal drought to end, and not the best of shots. Probably should have played Lacazette through there. And but we're on the attack, as you can see. 5 shots to their 0 at the minute. We seem to be in control of this game. Sami Khedira picking up a little bit of a knock there. I'm going to go slightly more attacking because we seem to be in control. Lamar now with a free kick, going to whip this ball in into Laporte, just over. I think Szczesny would have had that covered if it was going to drop underneath the post. Gabriel Jesus again not having the best of game, 6.5. Do have Ramsey and Wilshere on the bench to make an impact if we need it. Even though we've dominated the game, we haven't had what I would call a clear-cut chance, really, to be fair. Lamar now on this left-hand side gets closed down by Cuadrado and Costa. Lacazette into Storaro. Storaro over to Nelson. Can he find Bellerin? Yes, he can. Bellerin puts the ball in. And Lacazette is there. What a goal by the Arsenal. 1-0 just before half-time. I said we hadn't had a clear-cut chance up until this point, and Lacazette puts it away. So nice and patient play in the midfield. Nelson showing a little bit of maturity here. Finds the pass to Bellerin, and Bellerin just drills it across. Lacazette, all he has to do is walk onto it and put it past Szczesny. 1-0 to the Arsenal, as I said, just before half-time. Going to keep it nice and passionate, nice and positive. Play well so far, but there are things that we can improve on. As I said, taking some of our chances, haven't really had, or making clear-cut opportunities more than anything. I think we'll give Gabriel Jesus a good 5-10 minutes in the second half, and if he's not doing the business, we'll pull him off, bring someone like Wilshere or Ramsey on in that attacking playmaker role. I gave him 15 minutes. He's going to get pulled. He's on a yellow card as well, 6.8. We're going to bring, I like Wilshere in there. I'm going to bring Wilshere in the middle. Stefano Storaro is not having the best of games, so I might bring Ramsey on for him as the box-to-box midfielder. And 2 changes on the hour mark. Get some fresh legs on there, some fresh impetus in the midfield. See if we can make a few more chances going forward and score a few more goals. Kolasinac now coming into 20 minutes left on the clock. Lamar whipping the ball into Jack Wilshere. He doesn't score many headers, and Jack Wilshere puts that away. Mr. Arsenal himself giving them a 2-0 lead here. Kolasinac throws it into Xhaka. Xhaka plays it back, and I think Lamar's involved. Whips the ball across, and he gets a lovely header from Jack Wilshere. Gets in between the two centre halves. People like Chiellini should be a little bit worried that he got in the middle there, and it's 2-0 to the Arsenal. 10 minutes to go now. So since the Wilshere goal, we've really done a professional job against this Juve side, and that is it. Arsenal 2, Juventus 0. We've picked up a few yellow cards there. Gabriel Jesus probably won't start in the second leg in Turin, but we do take a very positive performance and positive win into that second leg. Very pleased with what we're doing, and we will see you when the second leg gets here. We do have to play Huddersfield in between the two legs. We'll do that off camera, and I'll see you when we get to the second leg in Turin. Here we are then in Turin, second leg of the Champions League semi-final. Biggest game of the series, really, to be fair, to go through to the final of the Champions League, and it'll be the last episode of this season if we get there. So the team stays largely the same from the first leg. The only change, we brought Gabriel Jesus out of the attacking playmaker role behind Lacazette and brought Jackie Wilshere in. Gabriel Jesus actually misses out. Since he's been here, he's only got 6.91 average rating. Let's go and see what the Turin side have in store for us with regards to them. Dybala starts up top this time. That's probably the biggest change. Douglas Costa on the left, Cuadrado on the right. Vasquez is still there in behind the striker. Khedira and Pjanic in the middle still, and Spinazzola has come in because they've pushed Cuadrado further forward. Does Higuain make the bench? Yes, he does. So does Bentancur and Bernardeschi. So a few more attacking options there for Juventus, but hopefully we can stand strong. We are 2-0 leaders after the first leg. If we can nick an away goal, puts us in a fantastic position to get to the final of the Champions League. But the first highlight goes to Juve. 5 minutes in, Khedira now with the ball into Vasquez, trying to find Dybala on the shoulder of Laporte there, but Lamar on the ball into Jack Wilshere. Wilshere trying to find Lacazette again on the shoulder of Chiellini, but the experienced defender cuts that ball out. Dybala now with the ball at his feet, but Xhaka's there and Romagnoli. Two massive tackles there and a massive ball forward to Lacazette. Oh, just wide by Lacazette. Lovely ball forward from Thomas Lemar, and Lacazette just fires it wide. Bit of a to in and fro in there with the both sides trying to get their fast pacey strikers in behind on the shoulder of the last defender. Both Chiellini and Laporte doing a very good job. Khedira's been taken off injured. Marchisio comes on for him. Half an hour gone. The game is relatively even. 5-5, 45% compared to our 56%. Second half, we'll see how it goes, but might knock it down to standard. Highlight for us, though, just before half-time. Thomas Lemar now gets tackled by Spinazzola, but comes out to Kolasinac. Kolasinac finds a little ball into Jack Wilshere, into Lacazette. Good football here from the Arsenal, but poor pass. Commentator's curse from Storaro against his former side. Good tackle there by Kolasinac, though. Lemar springing a counter-attack, trying to find Kolasinac down that left-hand side, but Rugani does a very good job, and now they spring the counter-attack. Dybala on the run. Can he take a shot? Yes, he does, but it's a poor shot from the Argentinian, and that should see us until half-time. Half-time has come. Not that many shots on target, to be fair. 3 out of 14 for both teams. Not the best of games. It's probably working into our favour. If we nick a goal here, that means they need to score 4, to actually win the game. First half means nothing. If we keep doing what we're doing in the second half, don't let your focus wander. They've all gained focus, which is what you want. You don't want them to slip in their concentration, especially an Arsenal side slipping in concentration in big games. It can go from doing really, really well to a catastrophe in the matter of minutes. And hopefully we can keep our concentration going. Jack Wilshere's comings on a 6.4, not the best, but he is playing against a very, very good Juventus side. He's on the ball now, Out to Storaro. Can he get the ball out to Nelson? Yes, he can. Can he take his man on? In Alexandro, sorry. Storaro back to Nelson again. Nelson, he gets it in, and that is 1-0. Lacazette assisted by Reece Nelson. And I think it's a very, very lucky goal. It might have come off Rugani and gone in. So Nelson on this right-hand side gets the ball in, and it's initially good headed clearance by Chiellini, and Nelson gets the ball back on his feet. Left-footed shot, and it is a little nodded header from Lacazette. Puts us 1-0 up. 10 minutes into the second half. 3-0 on aggregate. We've got that important away goal now. Wilshere still not having the best of games. Alex Iwobi is back from injury, so he might make an appearance in the second half. Last half an hour. Higuain is now on. Can he score a goal immediately? Dybala shoots, and it's wayward as well. So Dybala's gone behind Chiellini up front. They've gone uber attacking now to score these 4 goals. What they need. They're going to try and play on the counter-attack, which means we might drop it to standard rather than control. Douglas Costa on this left-hand side into Higuain. He's surrounded by 3 Arsenal players. Cuadrado on the edge, and that is 1 apiece. Juventus pulling it back. 25 minutes to go. We are going to knock it down to standard just so we can control a little bit more, because with the control setting, it does lead you to counter-attacks. And Cuadrado there, lovely finish from him. 1 apiece, 3-1 on aggregate. We're still in this. Well, we're still winning this game. They need at least 3 more goals. We're on the attack now. Bellerin, just after they've scored, gets the ball to Wilshere. Wilshere getting the ball into Lacazette, but Chiellini is there again, and Xhaka picks up that ball into Storaro, into Thomas Lemar, out to Kolesniak, gets the ball in again. Szczesny comes out, and it's a penalty. Chiellini has pushed Lacazette to put us 2-1 up, 4-1 on aggregate, 1-on-1 with Szczesny. Can he score it? Yes, he can. Right down the middle. Second goal of the game for Lacazette. 4-1 on aggregate. 2-1 now with around about 20 minutes to go. I think this was just fired down the middle. Yeah, Szczesny dived out the way. Fantastic penalty for Lacazette. Final 10 minutes. 4-1 still on aggregate. Since that Lacazette penalty, nothing has happened. Douglas Costa now injured. They're down to 9 men. They've had a couple of injuries, and we're 11 against 9. Coming in to the final seconds of this second leg, looking like Arsenal will be in the Champions League final. We'll see who we've got in that final after the game, because the second semi-final goes tomorrow on the Wednesday. We're playing on the Tuesday. Final 5 seconds now. Rugani with the ball at Spinazzola. Spinazzola back to Rugani. They've gone to a 4-2-1-1, trying to go a little bit more attacking if they can with 9 men. Referee, come on, ref, blow the whistle. There it is. Full time. Arsenal 2, Juventus 1. 4-1 on aggregate. What a win. 2 back-to-back wins against 2 giants of European football, away at Barcelona and away at Juventus. And we are through to the Champions League final. Let's see who we have in that final game. We will play Madrid in the final. Where is the final being played? It's actually being played at Atletico's stadium, so it will be a little bit like a home game for Real, because it will be in the city that they play. How did the semi-final go on against Leipzig? They hammered them 5-3 on the night, 6-4 on aggregate. So Leipzig tried to give as good as they got, but unfortunately not good enough. And it will be Arsenal versus Real Madrid in the final, and that will be the next episode that we'll bring to you. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please do leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any more content going forward. And until next time, when we bring you the Champions League final, I'll see you soon.